Later, Jim said, "Oh man, you laid into him like, he was cringing. Even though I knew you were going to do it to him, I didn't realize how bad it would look. You almost had me convinced." But he couldn't do anything like that. He hasn't got the guts, no matter how much he drinks or shoots up. He thinks he's such a hotshot. I can out-ski his ass anytime, any place. He thinks every woman on earth would like to climb into his bed. What did you think of him, Nina? Me? I didn't pay attention to his looks. That was one huge humdinger of a lie, but Jim's dark face called for it. Twice, the week before I fired him, he was late. I talked to him about it. The day I fired him, he had left his post. I didn't know where he was. Shooting crystal in the bathroom was my guess. So I took over his job until he showed up again. Then I took him into my office and terminated him. Did you blame it on Alex? Why do you keep asking the same question? I've told you over and over, of course not. Gina's lying. She's got Jean madder than before. Now Jean will be waiting outside the courtroom for me. Gina would like that. He better not try anything. It just doesn't make sense, though, Nina said. If you never told Malavoy that, why did he attack Alex in the parking lot on the 22nd? You know, it's just a very strange thing. Yeah, it's strange. That kid has a lot he's hiding. It's just inexplicable. Life is inexplicable, Jim said. And your father never threatened to remove you as manager of the lodge. How many times do we have to go over this? She made that up. Would your father testify to that? She saw again that resentful look Jim had whenever she mentioned his father. My father, you'd have to ask him if he wants to do anything for me. I think he's going to stay out of it. He could help you on this point. What's going on between you? Nothing. She asked him several more questions about his father, but Jim wouldn't add to that. Nina pushed back her chair and said, "Keep your chin up. We're doing well. I think Collier, Mr. Hallowell's, in trouble. Clausen didn't do well today, and I don't think the judge is going to pay much attention to the two ex-employees. They don't want to bring in your father, as I told you before." Alex died in an accident, Jim said. My father shouldn't be dragged into this too. God, I hope it ends here. It might not. The judge is only looking for probable cause to bind you over for trial. That doesn't take a whole lot of evidence. But I think Ginger's really going to go after the forensic work, and Tim Size, our geologist, is going to say that it could have been patterning from the rock striations. He went to grad school at USC, where Flaherty went to law school. Flaherty will listen to him about the patterning evidence. And the fibers? Ginger's ready to testify that they're indistinguishable from dozens of shirts of that type sold at Miller's Outpost. That's where we always bought 'em, Jim said. I'm glad you called and asked me.